Hey everybody, Dev here. Part 2 of my war review coming up right now. So a brief look at our war log. Not that I'm showing off. Yeah, I am. Okay, so lately we've been going pretty well. As mentioned in the last video, it's been on the back of the hard work from the Town Hall 8s and below, and also the 9s, 10s, and 11s. So today we're going to look at the rest of the crew, and we're going to start with Omega Supreme. Omega Supreme taking on number 10. This time is number 7, Town Hall 9.5, and a hog run this time for Omega. This is the first time he's done hogs in war, but Evie's been training him up, and pretty straightforward concept here. Number 1, CC draw, scout reveals a hidden Tesla here, so a giant and a hog's going to pop that CC. Second thing we need to do, take out the king, and I've taken some Valkyries in the CC and trained a few just to aggro on him because he's easily accessible. And the most important target is the queen. She's buried a little bit deep behind a wall and an archer tower, but a queen walk here, taking out the archer tower, taking out the mortar, taking out the queen is going to be vital as well once the CC troops have gone down. Points to note, Expos are on ground. Didn't really back myself with dragons or anything like that, so I went with ground troops again. Also, by taking out this archer tower right here, there's also a hidden Tesla in there from the scout mission. Taking out that archer tower is important because when the hogs come in, if that archer tower is still up, they'll track to the wizard tower, to the mortar, then to the whiz tower, and then round this way. I don't want that. I want the hogs running as one pack to keep them in the heel and maximize that as well. All right, and obvious bomb placements are obvious as well, so keeping an eye on those. So we'll start up. And the thing about having the hidden Tesla there is that it doesn't actually do anything. All right, the hidden Tesla would have been much better with that builder hunters to stop the hog from getting across the line. Seen that trap before, knew it was going to fail. Okay, so the queen comes in, starts up the queen walk. Only deploying 1 poison. Now this time I deployed the level 3 poison. In hindsight, I should have dropped the level 5. It's a bit stronger. As you can see, the queen starts to come under a little bit of heat and have to pop the ability a bit early. Saving the poison spell for the skeletons that come through, of course. Now the wizards and giants are trying to clear a funnel for me as well to get my queen and Valkyries in. Valkyries are drawn to the queen now, but that Expo ends up doing a bit too much damage, and probably should have taken an extra Valk perhaps because the queen ends up making it through. While that's happening, conscious of the king, there goes my king and my Valks in there to kill him off. The queen comes through, dropping my rage spell that I had in the pocket. Good thing about Omega is that he's got an extra spell slot over traditional Town Hall 9s because he's at Town Hall 10. And aggro on the queen, takes that out, takes out that hidden Tesla as well. In come the hogs. Here's where the fun begins. Alright, so all the hogs are in. Not saving any for any back end or cleanups. I've got some wizards and archers for that. So keeping the hogs together, running as a pack, waiting for at least 2 skeleton traps to be deployed. Okay, and then the poison. So killing them off pretty quickly. And the hogs are running through and just putting the heals down where I predict they're going to go. Again, good thing about Omega is he's got max heals as well, which is so helpful when it comes to the hogs. And the last heal spell is going to go down where I'm expecting to see some bombs right there. Alright, and the last Valkyrie is just going down about now, having done a great job distracting the Expo as well. So, not quite a Go Vaho, but similar in style and idea. Speeding up because we're at cleanup now. Pretty happy with the way this one went. Like I said, not every day you see Omega Supreme with hogs riding around. There we go. Cool. And the next one, number 9, back to Valks for Omega. And the concept here is pretty straightforward. This time, because the Expos are a little bit distant, I do want to drive in this way. I want a golem to take the heat from that first Expo. Hopefully it survives long enough to take the heat from the queen and the second Expo. A queen walk to take out the CC troops, conscious of the fact that there is a giant bomb in there from a previous scout, so 2 hogs required. Also, I want to drive Valks in through here, so I do need to take out this junk pile of junk in here pretty quickly. In fact, that is the first thing that's going to happen with this particular attack. Noting that the cannon and mortar can't touch those wizards, even when they're attacking those structures there. Not even that archer tower is going to cause me some grief. So here comes the queen. First wizard tower goes down. Now the archer tower. Tempted to pop her ability here, but knew she was going to hold on. Level 15 queen, doing some good work. 2 weeks ago, that queen would have been toasted. Alright, so held my nerve there. In go 1 hog and 2. Bam bam, set off the traps and trigger CC. And now it's a case of poisoning. Now I missed with the first one, which is a bit embarrassing. Second one was on target. And then the balloons and the dragon get in. It's unfortunate that the queen ability had to be popped here, but then again a bigger queen would have been much preferred. Okay, in comes my golem, which I took in CC instead of Valkyries. Okay, tried to make a wallbreaker breach, failed, thought okay, no problem, I've got a big enough funnel as it is, in go my Valkyries, no sweat. And a jump spell to get them over those Lego walls pretty quickly, and a rage spell, so they run into the rage, get aggro on the king, get aggro on the queen, dropping a heal because I knew there were bombs there from the previous scout. And away we go. The Valks have split into 3 distinct groups now, but one heal does manage to catch them all there. But then they start to splinter off and go through the compartments, which is okay. Those purple walls aren't much resistance for max Valks as well. Okay, so after that town hall drops, you can see what they'll do. They'll just go straight through. 1 swing, 2 swings, and they're through. Okay, and the golem taking the heat from the archer tower, which the Valks have snuck up on, and that wizard tower. So the rest of this attack is fairly straightforward. Okay, and we can see that, oh yeah, there was a hidden Tesla in the corner. Don't get that, eh? Anyway, job done. Omega Supreme, 3 stars. Move on. Nothing to see here. Right, so number 9 was, number 8 was Gunjack. Conscious of time, so I'm going to speed this one up as well at 2 times. Gunjack starting off with the hidden Tesla in the corner. Knew from a previous scout it was there. Took it out with the queen and the queen walk. Trying to get a good funnel on and trying to trigger CC. In the end, he doesn't end up going the way he wants it to. Hasn't taken any hogs for it either. So clearing out the funnel up top this way. So he's going to be driving his Valks in through this section here. More loons and dragon in CC. Jack being cheeky, taking some goblins and some witches in his CC. And in come the Valkyries with the good placement of the jump and the heals. You can see through the core they're going to rage. There's only one place they're going to go after that. They're not going to split. Well, they will split in the core, but they'll rejoin. And then just making their way through the base as per normal. Another Tesla in the corner, so 2 hidden Teslas. Again, I don't believe that's a very good play. Hidden Tesla on their own is pretty weak, and it will trap 1 person in 100. You may think that's value, but I don't think it's a very good rate of return. Alright, so Jack with loads of firepower left in the tank. I didn't see this one live. I was making Omega's attack at the time, and after this attack, the back was pretty much broken and we'd won the war. So, well done, Jack. Okay, Evie's up next. Evie's up next with his Town Hall 10 dropping to Town Hall 9. He's using a Go Bowie, and we're going to see this on base number 5. Go Bowie at Town Hall 10, of course, you've got level 2 witches and level 2 bowlers, and the most you've got their train is your level 5 golem. Alright, so loads of compartments here. Expo up, Expo up, Expo down, just be careful of that. And apart from that, it's all about the funnel. Fortunately, it appears this base has got a perfectly good funnel for us already. Critical structures, nice and easy to reach with the bowlers, and no infernos. So, perfect opportunity for Evie to stretch his muscles and flex on number 5 here. So he's got some witches and bowlers in the corner to sort out the funnel. And he's got a few more bowlers in the pocket to go through the main part of the core with his jump path. It's a very similar composition to what I used to use at Town Hall 10, of course, not with witches, but with the bowlers and the spells. 2 jumps, 2 rages. I didn't use a heal because I was taking on Infernos. Obviously, I think the heal would have been substituted for a freeze in that particular instance. Not worrying about the CC draw. He knows what's going to happen. Poison, poison, queen in behind. And we've got job done on that CC, wrapped up nice and quickly. In with the other jump and the heal just to revive things going through the core. And you can see that the bowlers are having a great time reaching across, smashing the structures nice and close. Okay, and getting everything done. That funnel I mentioned just kept the group together, which was quite neat, sort of going side to side. Then getting some forward momentum as a group. We'll speed up here because you can see that it is a fairly slow-moving attack, but it is fairly strong, very thorough. And in the end, level 40 Queen, level 36 King, just far too much firepower for their poor hapless base. All right. Then it was Dev's turn. Dev up here, number 2, that's me. Rolling through this base, again with bowlers. And CC draw was a bit of an issue, so again decided to ignore it. What I really wanted was Queen to funnel, Giants and Wizards to funnel, drive through the core, jump as needed, and get my bowlers in to do their thing with the Warden and King in support. So a wall breaker in there manages to get through, triggers off 1 loon hilariously, so just had to wait for the rest to arrive before I decided to poison them. Moving through with the bowlers, popping the Warden ability, and keeping the rage going as well. Okay, freezing off that second Inferno. Try not to freeze the first. Freezing off the second is a much better prospect. Okay, and then the base was quite interesting in that it split my group. And then it was just a race against the clock in this case. Okay, so the Golem jumps over, takes all the fire. King popping his ability, getting those little barbarians running around, which is awesome. Okay, the Golem's distracting the Archer Tower and the cannon long enough. Queen busts her way through the Lego wall, takes on the King, smashes the King, and the Barbarian King down here with his extra barbs has freed the Golem, smashed the Builder Hut. This one is over and done, so speeding up. Again, fairly, well in the end, straightforward 3 stars for me there. Okay, and the last one here, conscious of time, so to be the brief explanation. Expos are down, but that's not going to stop my Giant and my Hog from clearing out the CC. Queen's going to start up over here with her Queen Walk, getting my funnel sorted. Over here, cannon on ground of course, and the Expo on ground, so a baby dragon's going to be used. Don't take that very often, but just to take out some of the structures here, because I want to drive my golems through this way. Jump here and jump here to get things started. Keep the rage going, pop the Warden ability early, and you should be sweet as Baz. So there goes the CC, there goes the Queen. Max Queen, max healers, 1 poison of course, but she's so strong, she's just going to destroy them anyway. You can see the baby dragon done its work, and some Giants and Wizards used to take out that gold mine. And now I've got a very clear, easy funnel. 1, 2, 3, boom, bowlers in, rage in, second jump in, bowlers smash mash, Warden pops. Don't know if you saw that, but the Inferno got destroyed before the freeze, but then again, Murphy's Law, right? If I didn't take the freeze. Here, the healers peel off and break onto the, start healing the bowlers. And the Queen is left to her own devices. She's got enough hit points still. No real threat from anything else, and you can see that this compartmentalized base has kept my bowlers together, and I'm able to easily account for that base. Right, well that's part 2, over and done with. Thanks for watching. I had fun making this one. It's always good to see the Town Hall 8s, 9s and 10s working together. Like, share, subscribe, you know what to do. As always, Dev out.